Hello everyone, my name is Adi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we are doing my August TBR and I can't believe it's already August. I feel like July went by in a blur and I literally didn't even notice that we switched months last week, so I'm sorry if this video is a little bit late, but it's still better than last month when this video came out like in the middle of the month or something, but I am going to be better, I promise. So, I think I picked 6 books last month, and as I said, I am 100% a mood reader, so I only finished 1 book and I started I think 2. I'm going to talk more about those books in my wrap-up that's coming, like the video after this one I think. But yeah, let's just jump right into picking this month's TBR, or like hopefuls I guess, because we'll see if we read them or not. I have my trusty TBR jar right here, and as I did last month I am going to pick 6 books, which is my goal. I read between 4 to 7 books I think approximately each month, and 6 books just gives me a lot of options. I have my owned TBR right here, then I have some books from the library right here. I am going to the library next week, so maybe the TBR will change a little bit depending on what I find, but these are my hopefuls. Also, I have a question for my fellow YouTubers out there. When you pick your prompts after the video, do you put them back or do you just have less and less to choose from? I have put back the last prompts, but if I pick them again maybe we'll pick another one just so it doesn't come so close, but I don't know, we'll see. Let's start with our first prompt, which is going to be, there's 2. Can I pick one? Yes. The first prompt is a book with a number in the title. Let's see if I have any books with numbers in the title. I don't know if you can see. We have like an obvious choice right here, which is Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. I am about halfway through this book and I have to put it down for mental health reasons, and I don't know when I'm going to be ready to pick that up again, so I'm just going to ignore that one for now. I have looked around a little bit on my TBR and I can't really find any books with numbers in the title except for Releasing 10, and like I said, I'm not mentally prepared to jump back into that one right now, so I think we're just gonna have to do another prompt. So let's see, our first prompt of this video is going to be a second chance author. I don't know why I keep saying Arthur when I'm going to say author, but it's just keeps happening. I'm sorry about that. For my second chance author, I am going to pick Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's the closest book I can get to second chance author because I've read the first book in the Inheritance games. I thought it was fine. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. And then last month I did read The Naturals, which is book number 1 in this series. I also thought that was fine. I think I gave it 3 stars, and I've heard a lot of people love like this book in particular in this series, Killer Instinct, so I'm curious to see if I will fall more in love with this world or this book from the second book. So I am going to pick this book as my second chance author, and if I don't really like it, I probably won't pick any more books up from this author, but we'll see. I don't know, I'm gonna put it right here and then I'm gonna show you them all in the end of the video. Let's see what our second book is going to be. This is also the same prompt that I did last month, which is a book with people on the cover, but I feel like I have a lot of options, so it's not gonna be like a repeat. So let's pick our options. Okay, I had a lot of options for this, so I'm just gonna show you the 3 that I'm choosing from, the 3 that I am most excited to read. The first book is Never Been Shipped by Alicia Thompson, which is a band reunion love story kind of thing, and I didn't read this last month and I'm very excited to read this, so we'll see. It's an option anyways. Then we have Fan Service by Rosie Danan. I don't know how you say that. This is also like it's a romance book with a little bit of a supernatural element, I believe, and I'm also super interested in reading this book. Last but not least, we have Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. Let's see if we can... This is a marriage of convenience, small town sort of deal, and that just sounds right up my alley, so I am going to pick Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. Let's see, book number 3, what's it gonna be? We have a male author. This is going to be hard because I own like 97% female authors, so let's see if we can find some. I think I am going to pick, if it's available on my library, I am going to pick the first Mistborn book by Brandon Sanderson. I have read this book like 3 years ago, but I'm very excited to jump in the Sanderson Cosmere with he has a lot of books and series that if you want a certain experience, you should read them in like a special order, and you should start with the Mistborn series, I'm pretty sure, and I feel like I want to reread it because, as I said, it's been a long time. So if it's available on my library, I am going to pick Mistborn book number 1. I can't remember the name right now, but I will put a picture of it right here so you can see it. So that's gonna be my male author choice this month. Let's pick prompt number 4. Hopefully a good one. I feel like I need some romance and some fantasy. I have a lot of fantasy books that I really want to read this month, and hopefully we have some prompts that will fit those needs. A book I've heard nothing or very little about. Is it cheating to pick book number 2 in a series that I recommended to myself because I love the book so much, the first book? Or do I need to pick a book that I've heard like no one talk about? I feel like I'm gonna pick Glow of the Everflame, which is book number 2 in the Spark of the Everflame series by Penn Cole. I read the first book in the series last month and I absolutely adored it. I gave it 4.75 stars. I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about this series in particular, and I don't really understand why. Maybe I will when I continue the series, but I absolutely adore the first book and I'm super excited to read the second book in this trilogy. And yeah, as I said, I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about this series, so I am going to pick Glow of the Everflame as my book I've heard nothing or very little about. Let's see, 2 more prompts and then we're done for our August TBR. Let's see this little skinny one. We have flowers on the cover. Do I have any books with flowers on the cover? As of my choices that I have available right now, I could only find 1 book with flowers on the cover, and this is The Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tooley. I think that's how you say your name. Let's see if you can focus. That's how you see it. This is a book that my boyfriend actually gave me last month, and the only thing I know about it is it says on the back that this addictive TikTok sensation is perfect for fans of Saturday Mass, Fourth Wing, and The Hunger Games. 10 women, a deadly contest, only one can win the Sun King's heart, and this just sounds right up my alley, and I'm 100% in my fantasy era right now, or like romantic fantasy, I don't know. fantasy with romance in it, and I think this is exactly what this is going to be, and I am very, very excited to read this book. Are we already on our last prompt? This video has gone by so fast. Let's pick our last prompt and make it a good one, please. This is a thick one. Let's see what it says. A book that I'm scared to read. This could be interpreted in different ways, like a horror book or thriller book that I'm scared to read, or just a thick book, or a book that's been hyped up that I'm scared won't live up to the hype. So let me think on this for a minute and then I will come back with some options. I think I have come up with an hopeful answer, and that is, if Crescent City is available in my library when I go there next week, I think it's time for me to pick. But I also, I am in the middle of rereading ACOTAR right now. I'm only on book 2, A Court of Mist and Fury, and I'm having a delightful time rereading this series. And I kind of want to finish all the books before I go into Crescent City. Will I be able to do that this month and read Crescent City and read all of these books that I have right here? I don't know. Oh, sorry. ACOTAR is kind of like a Prio 1. Is that how you say it? In Swedish you say the literal translation to that. I don't know how to say it in English, but I'm prioritizing ACOTAR this month, and I feel like I'm flying through the first 2 books, so I probably will be able to finish ACOTAR and Crescent City, at least start the book this month. So I think I'm going to say a book I'm scared of is Crescent City, because it's so silly to me that I'm terrified to read these books, because I love ACOTAR with my whole heart. I also adore Throne of Glass, also with my whole heart. So I don't understand why I wouldn't love Crescent City as well. It's just, I have this nervous energy going into that series, and I can't really explain why, but I think that's the book I'm going to choose. I think I'm finally ready to dip my toes in the Crescent City, or like, not dip my toes, but do a full body plunge into that world, and I'm excited about it. So here we have our stack of books this month, plus 2 books. I'm gonna go through them with you. The first book we had is a second chance author. I chose Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is book number 2 in the Natural series. Then we had a book with people on the cover, and I chose Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. A book I've heard nothing or very little about is The Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. A book with flowers on the cover, we have Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tooley. Then we also had a male author, which is Brandon Sanderson, and I chose the first Mistborn book. And last but not least, we have a book I'm scared to read, and that is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I feel like we have a great assortment of genres, and like all the books fit in my mood right now, which I'm very excited about. So hopefully I will get through a lot of these by the end of the month. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this, please leave a like and comments anything you like. Comment if you read any of these books, or what kind of videos you want to see in the future. And if you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!